All right, by the end of this course, you are able to build the first version of your SaaS application. We will cover all the basics that you will need to build and ship your app within a weekend. Of course, we will not cover very complex SaaS logic and SaaS ideas. We will do that in upcoming courses. And of course, if you have specific questions, you can ask it in the Telegram community. If you haven't joined, you can just scroll all the way down and join the community right there. But what you will be able to do is at least build a basic application and a basic AI SaaS app, including this whole app that you are watching this video on. I'm personally going to use the Cloudflare Starter Kit. It's both for me and for you the most easy and convenient way to build your application because everything is already set and done. I do want to mention that we sell that for 94 euros. So if you are on a budget or you're willing to build it all yourself from scratch, what you can do is you can go to the Versal website, go under resources, templates, and there you will find the Next.js boilerplate. Now, this is a very, very basic template that they've created. It will give you a very basic page, as you can see here, and none other than that. And once you got it set up, you can start building your software piece by piece. This can get very complex, and of course there's a lot of things that you will need to add, including the login functionality, including the database and stuff like that. So if you want to save yourself the time and headache, that is of course the whole reason that we built the Cloudflare Starter Kit and that we're using it to build our own applications as well. You can scroll down on this page. Whether you have a Mac or Windows, you can purchase the Cloudflare Starter Kit there straight away. Now, without further ado, let's get started and ship your app by the end of the weekend. So without further ado, I'm very excited for you to get started with building your own app. And instead of needing developers, going immediately from founder to a working business. Now, below this video, you will find a setup script. If you are familiar with code and you are not a beginner, what you can do is you can go to get started right here and you can go to manual setup. If you feel comfortable with that, you should do it. Totally fine. Now, if you are a beginner, I've actually asked the team to write as simple as possible script that runs and helps you with installing all of the stuff that you need on your computer. So let's just download it real quick. You can just click on it, or you can go to documentation and select the correct one. It's as easy as that. I'm going to try to over-explain things, so better to hate me for it than not understand me for it. And if you do have any questions, make sure to join the Telegram group right here in the community and just ask it. Now, need to open the terminal. So that's command space, terminal, boom. And I need to drag and drop this into there and then click enter. Permission denied. Okay, that is interesting. Let me just quickly ask ChatGPT about that. This is going to teach you exactly how to solve problems, okay? So if you face any problems, you basically do this. You say like, I want to run this file, but it doesn't let me. So if you think like, what the fuck? Does he not even understand? No, that's the whole point, okay? I want you to not understand any of the code and be able to use AI to actually build your own fucking product and leverage it to the maximum. So I'm not fucking sure what this is. Run the following file executable. Okay, well, then we do. Boom. And then we do it again. Boom. There we go. You see, as easy as that. Anyhow, you run the setup, and the setup installs everything you need. Well, let me introduce you to GitHub real quick. If you don't know it, you can skip this part. If you do, GitHub is basically a platform where everyone stores its code, right? So this is a collaborative platform where all the developers work together onto a project. You will learn all of that later on. All you need to know for now is that it just centralizes your code online. Yeah, if you, for example, sell your company, you share the code base, right? And so there will be GitHub, the files. Now, let's go back to the terminal. So it installs Git, it installs Node.js. So these are just fucking stuff you need to write and run code. Then it will ask me, let's set up your GitHub account. Of course, I've got one. If you don't got one, just type in no, and it will guide you to the GitHub website where you can create an account. I will type in yes. It will then ask me for my GitHub username. It will then ask me for my email. Cursor is already installed. If you haven't, it will open up the Cursor download page. All you need to know is just this is where we're going to edit the code in. And Cursor has its own AI, which we're going to utilize to build our own application. If you don't have it already, just download it. It is free for 2 weeks. If you decide to spend any more time on developing your application, then it's $20 a month. So again, it's fucking much cheaper than hiring a developer. So it's literally a no-brainer. But if you haven't, then you've got 2 weeks to fucking complete your application. And again, you are able to do so in a weekend, I'm pretty sure. Now, once you've done that, what would you like to name your repository? A repository is just a folder in GitHub. And this folder you can in the future share with developers, with whoever you want to give access to your code. So let's call this test app. Creating a repository in GitHub, boom, boom, boom. It's doing literally everything for us. Let's see if this works. Click yes, boom. Yep, it does. Let me check. Repository is set up. Well, let's see if we open it. Yep, it happened. Okay. So as you can see, it's fucking easy. It's that easy. And so it has cloned the whole starter kit for us into a test app. So now that you've got your setup complete, it automatically opened Cursor. And Cursor is, again, the stuff where you'll be familiar with running it, coding, and whatever. Now, all you need to know for this video, because the main objective here is just to get everything on your machine, get everything running, and be ready to build your application within the next couple of days. So for Cursor, all you need to know, we've got a terminal, and this terminal is very important because in this terminal, we run commands, right? And again, don't worry about it. You're not going to do technical stuff in here. Just follow all these steps in the video course and you'll be totally fine. Just so you understand, we have now got the code onto your computer. And what we want to do now is we want to create all of the integrations and stuff that we need to run the code, which means I can give you, of course, my database, but my database will be used for another application. My database is not going to be tailored to your application. And so what you want to do is you want to create your own database. And what we've done is we've built an automatic setup for that as well. Now, you will need to create some accounts online. As easy as that. You will need to copy and paste and follow the steps and integrate it with this tool. Now, to access this tool, the first thing you will need to do is you need to run pnpm install. So you've opened the terminal right here. And all you will need to do is just type in pnpm install. Then it will install the dependencies. So for me, I've already installed it just now. And the second thing you will need to do is pnpm crafter. This will open the setup wizard where you'll be able to start connecting and doing all of the stuff, right? So the first thing we want to do, go to Neon. There we go. Open. Neon is a platform that basically allows you to create a database within a click. So you can go to get started. You can go ahead and create an account. There we go. And then, so you give it a random name. You do like test app, Amrix, whatever. You click on AWS. You choose the one that is the closest to you. This is where your database will be hosted. So for me, it will be Europe. I click create project. Yeah, you can leave this however you want. Yeah, recommended, whatever. And then once you're here, go to, let me check, dashboard, enable pooled connections, and copy snippet. That's what you need to do. Then you go back to your application. As you can see, it asked us for a Neon database URL. So all you need to do is just paste your URL that you just copied, click on enter, and it will do the rest for you. Now, next up, we've got Cloudflare. So Cloudflare is going to be our integration we're going to use to host files up on, right? So let's say you're watching this video, right? This video is hosted somewhere. It is not on YouTube. We host it on Cloudflare. And so Cloudflare is going to allow us to host files, upload files, and do whatever we want. So we want to create an account real quick. Boom, done. Created a fresh new account for you guys to make sure that we don't miss anything. And we can go straight to R2 object storage. It is totally free. It includes like free usage. It will ask us for a credit card though. So I will just quickly fill it in. You can just fill in your credit card there and then it will not charge you until you will start getting users and making money or whatever. So yeah, let me do that real quick. There we go. Now, all we need to do is we can go to create bucket and we can give it a random name. I'll just do test app for now. We can leave it in automatic unless you're from the US or somewhere else. Otherwise, it will just automatically choose for you. So for me, it's the EU. Click on standard, create bucket. Then once we've got that, all we need to do is we can go back. We can go to API, manage API tokens, and create a new API token. We'll select admin read and write. So it got all the access. Create API token. There we go. So we got that created. Now with this, we go back to cursor, it will ask us for the account ID. If we go all the way up here, you just literally copy the first next thing you see next to the URL, okay? So you copy the account ID, you go back, put it in, we'll ask you for the access key ID, let's try there, boom, we'll ask you for secret access key, there you go, boom. Bucket name, so we named it, what was it, test, literally, what was test app, yup, test app, and we'll do test app, there we go. Now the next one we need to do is resend. This is a really simple one. You can just go in Resend. Let me just log out for you and show you. You create an account in here. Create an account with one click. You go into API keys. You click on create new API key. You do whatever name you want. Full access, all domains, add. And then what you want to do is copy this API key, go back into cursor, paste it in there, and that's it. Now the second one, or the next one we want to do is, we want to do Upstash. So we can go to Upstash, click on login, create our account, do the same thing here. I'm logged in now. All we need to do is we need to go to Redis. We need to create a new database. I'm on a free tier, so I cannot right now. You need to go to .env. So if you click on Redis and then the one that you created, you need to go to .env, and you basically copy and paste this URL, boom. And the second one you need to do is you need to copy and paste the token. So let me just do this, boom, copy, boom. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to set up Stripe. Now, for this case, let's just do it. And we're going to click on Y, and then we got the instructions in here. So we can go to the dashboard of Stripe, boom. Stripe is basically the platform that you can use to process payments, right? So receive payments of your customers, stuff like that from your users. So all you need to do is create a Stripe account if you don't have one, create a business within Stripe if you don't have one. And I'm in test mode currently, but you will not be in test mode. What you will need to do is, of course, complete your profile, fill in all the information that they ask for you. And once you have all of that stuff done, you'll be able to go into API keys. So let me show you. Let me go back to the Stripe dashboard in the test mode. You can go to API keys right there. They are asking for a Stripe secret key. So what you will need to do is you need to copy this one in this case. If you don't have a secret key, normally in production you need to click on create secret. But let me just paste this one. Boom. Enter your Stripe publishable key. So that's then this one. Boom. Your Stripe webhook secret, you go into webhooks, you go and create a new webhook event. The endpoint URL, add endpoint, there we go. We need to do whatever domain you will do in the future. So let's say the domain you're going to use is lavio.com, right? If that is going to be your app, and if that is the name of your app and the domain that you will be using for your application, then you of course will need to put in lavio.com. Now, what I like to do is just put app before it. So you paste in there and you make sure that you have API, Stripe, and webhook behind it. Now, the other thing we want to do is we need to select an event. So what we want to do is we want to go to complete checkout session completed. That is the one. Add events. At endpoint. There we go. Now that we have done that, I think we need the signing secret. Yep. So we can click on reveal. We can copy that one. We can go in here. Boom. Enter your Stripe price ID. Good one. So the next one we need to do is we need to go to subscriptions, add a product, create a subscription product, and copy that ID. So let's actually see what it is. Products. Product catalog. Add a new product. Let's say this is a pro plan. This is recurring. We are selling this for 49 euros per month. Subscription it will be monthly, of course. Add product. Boom. Then we can go in here, and all we need to do is we need to copy the price ID. So we can go and click on copy price ID, go back, enter it right there. Now the next one is an optional setup. If you want to receive Telegram notifications, we've pre-built that as well. So I'm going to actually show you how that works. I'm going to click on yes. So the first thing we will need to do is we need to open Telegram and search for the username botfather. There we go. So all we need to do in here is just follow these steps, right? So we need to click on start. We then need to click on create a new bot. All right, new bot, how are we going to call it? So this is the test app of Emrix, whatever your application name will be, okay? Test app, test Emrix bot, whatever. It's the name of the bot. Then we have a token, and we paste the one in here. Now, then it will ask for the Telegram chat ID. There we go, start. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to copy this link. I will make sure that it's available below this video. And you will need to copy the token of your Telegram bot, replace your bot token with your actual bot token. There we go. Let's go back into our chat and just type something random, refresh. There we go. We see some information. So this is the information that the bot has received. All we need to do in here is just copy this ID. Now we can go back in here and just paste the ID. Now, if you want to set up Intercom, you can. If you don't know what Intercom is basically the application that every application on the internet uses in order to get customer support. It's exactly this. And so what you can do is you can create an account, copy the API key, and put it in there as well. First, build your whole application, and once you're ready to launch it, then start the subscription. Then you've got 14 days free, and then after that, it's $29 a month. Now, again, it's not required. If you don't want to use customer support with Intercom in your application as of now yet, you can skip this step. So I'm going to skip this step for now. Click on N. Now pusher is another one where we will need to get the API key for. We'll go to pusher.com. We'll go to sign up, create a little account. Okay, now I have created a new account. I can go into get started under channels. I can do a random test Emrix app name, your app name. This we will choose whatever is closest to you. Again, create an app, nothing to do here. Now what we need to do is we need to go to app keys. We need to copy the app ID. Go back in here and paste the app ID, paste the key, paste the secret, boom, 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 and paste the cluster. Boom. Now, if you want to set up OpenAI as well, it's like pre-integrated as well, like everything is in there. I must say like the setup is the most time consuming part, and once that is done, it will be fucking amazing. So just follow these steps if you want to do it for once and not look back in it again. What you can do is you can click on yes. It will tell you to visit the platform.openai. So if you don't have an OpenAI API account yet, just create one. You can go into dashboard, and then on the left, you can go to API in your cursor, paste it in there, and that's it. The next one we need to do is Google Auth. This is going to basically allow us to log in with Google. So we want to click Y there as well. We want to go to console.google.com. So it opens it up for us. Then here we want to log in with a Google account. I've already logged in. We can go to APIs and services. Once you've done that and you've followed all the steps to create your Google project, you can go to credentials. In here, what you can do is you can create a new Auth 2.0 client. So just follow the steps. No need to explain things and worry about whatever it is. But this will allow you to log in with Google. So we click on create credentials, Auth client ID. We go and select the web application because we're building a web application. This will be test Emrix, for example. What we want to put in here is HTTPS. Let me check if there's instructions right here. Yes, there is. So we want to copy the URL, and this is what we're going to put in here. And we're going to put in already the URL that we'll be using in the future. So let's say it's app. I don't even know what I just said earlier. Whatever the URL is that you'll be using in the future. The second thing we want to do is we want to go back into here and copy this link, paste it in there as well, and then do the same thing with the URL you're going to use in the future. Boom. Then we click on create. There we go, and it will give us these credentials. So copy it, go in there, paste it, boom. Client secret, copy it, go in there, paste it, boom. And that's it. Now you're finally done with your setup and you are ready to run it on your computer. So let's do that real quickly so I can show you just right off the bat what we have done and what we've done all the fucking time and what we've put our energy in. So you run that command, pm run dev. Then what you can do is you can literally go hover over the link and click on follow link. And this will actually open your own application. So this is all yours. As you can see, we've pre-built the whole system, the app itself, all of it is here. So now we can actually log in with Google. Should be working. Let's see, refresh, log in with Google. There we go. So these are my Google accounts. I can log in with Google, click on continue. And as you can see, it all works. So this is the mock-up dashboard, whatever, don't worry about it. This is just to give you a look into what is possible. So you've got all of this pre-built, you've got the whole menu in here, you've got notifications in here. All of this stuff we'll be able to utilize in our next video within the course. So if you go in here, you can go to your account, you can change the profile picture, change the information, change your password, set your notification settings. You can go to billing. We see a basic Stripe billing page. You can go to notifications, where we'll be able to see the notifications itself and all of that stuff. As you can see, it all works, which is fucking crazy. Now, what you can also do is you can go to /admin. And once you do that, we have actually built a whole dashboard for you. So once you've launched your app, you'll be able to see the total amount of users, the total MRR that you have, the total conversion rate, churn rate, the active subscribers, free users, user retention, and most importantly, how hard your application is growing. And of course, the revenue growth as well. So all of that you can see in here. You can even do a custom time range. So let's say I want to see it from last week. Boom. And you see it. Now, you also have an overview of all users. Currently, it is not showing any users for some reason, but we're going to look into that in the next video. But that's it. And so if you go to app setup, you see all of the stuff that we set up earlier. Now, another thing you can do in here is also set up pixels. So if you're not familiar with this, pixels will allow you to track who is visiting you from which platform. For example, how much euros we spend on a campaign on Facebook and which campaign actually brought the user. So the meta pixel will be able to track all of that stuff. So you can track all of that stuff with just copy pasting it in here and click on save changes. And that's it. And another fun thing that I want to show you right now, because I see that we've got a new notification on Telegram, is that this stuff is working as well. So we just created a new account. We immediately got a notification on my phone on Telegram with, hey, there's a new user registered. And you get a notification for that as well. So yeah, all of that stuff is working. And from now on, you are ready to get started with building your own app with AI, with writing 0 lines of code. So again, I know this was an intensive one. This was pretty intense. I know that it took a while to set all of that stuff up, but I'm very glad to be able to tell you that you've done the hardest part of the job now. Without further ado, let's go to the next one.